How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to our second video on this topic of the Big Four Sports Rebuild. So, I kind of had the urge to do one of these again. I enjoyed doing it last time. So, this time we're going to do the Los Angeles edition. So, obviously with LA, there's like a lot of teams in that metropolitan area. But, for the teams today, we're going to do the MLB, we're going to do the Dodgers, we're going to do the Lakers for the NBA. For the NFL, we're going to do the Rams. And then for hockey, we're going to do the Kings. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on the video if you're not subscribed already. And let me know down in the comments on the video. Check my socials down below in the description. We got a playlist containing other Big Four Sports Rebuild challenges down below in the description. Let me know some other cities or metropolitan areas you would like to see me try to do. And yeah, with that being said, just so you guys know the rules, default, everything, the injuries are on, chemistry, morale, all that is going to be on. So, yeah, just to make it harder, it'll be more of a challenge. So, yeah, with that being said, let's start with MLB. All right, guys, so we're locked and loaded into MLB The Show. So we are using the Dodgers. Now, obviously, I'm using the latest rosters. So let's take a look at the team. So here's the roster we got. So I'm just not going to go too far in depth, but we got Scherzer, Trey Turner, Mookie Betts, Trevor Bauer, Clayton Kershaw, Max Muncy, Julio Urias, Will Smith, Walker Buehler, Kenley Jansen, AJ Pollock. I mean, you guys can see the team is pretty damn good. Cody Bellinger's down to an 81. God damn. I remember when the game first came out, he was like a 90-something overall. So, yeah, a lot of dipping there. But just taking a look at the prospects out. So, I mean, our shortstop and our third base, I mean, it's the only thing we might want to improve. But pretty much this team is really good, and obviously a lot of it's gonna be hard to make trades because they have so much payroll to deal with. In fact, I don't even know if there's really any moves we can make. I'm gonna see if there is, if we could try to make a move or two to see if we could add more to this team, but I honestly think that as is we should be able to win. But let's see if we can make a move or two. Alright, guys, we're gonna make a trade with our division rivals. So we're gonna trade with Justin Turner, Cody Hose, and Cody Bellinger to the Padres. We're going to get back Manny Machado and Chris Paddock. So we get Manny Machado, really good third baseman, and we also get Chris Paddock, nice another starting pitcher to have on the team. So this is the move we're going to make there. And unfortunately, Cody Bellinger, just because like his overall is kind of down, we could have Chris Taylor start at center field. I think I'm okay with that. So yeah. And just kind of looking at potentially seeing if we can get another shortstop. So I'm going to see if there's any other moves we can potentially make here. All right, I'm going to do this trade with the Rays. We're going to get Wander Franco for Alex DeJesus, Sheldon Noose, and Gavin Lux. Wander Franco, welcome to the squad. I'm going to do this deal with the Nationals. We're going to go with Albert Pujols, DeAndre Dress, and Christian Santana to the Nationals. We're going to get back Will Harris, just a solid reliever to add to the bullpen. So there we go. Alright, so I think I'm done making lineup changes and roster changes for now. So this is going to be the team. So we're going to have Mookie Betts, Wander Franco, Trey Turner, Will Smith, A.J. Pollock, Manny Machado, Corey Seager, Max Muncy, Chris Taylor. We've got Austin Barnes, Steven South Jr. Pretty good lineup. I mean, this is for right pitcher DH. I think for the most part, I guess, okay, Wander Franco would be starting against righties. And then against lefties, Machado would be sitting. Okay, interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. We'll let the CPU do its thing. Let's take a look at the pitching rotation. So we got Scherzer, Kershaw, Urias, Buehler, Danny Duffy. I mean, that's pretty insane. In our bullpens, Chris Paddock, Tony Gonsolin, Scott Alexander, Corey Nebel, Phil Bickford, Brusdar Graterol, Joe Kelly, Blake Trinan, Will Harris, and Kenley Jansen. It's, again, this team should be able to win a World Series, but we'll find out. So I guess we're just going to simulate to the trade deadline. I'll see you guys what's from there, and if I want to make a move at the deadline, you will see me make said move. We stopped at All-Star break, and we're 59-32, which is good, and it's 2 games up against the Giants, but I thought we'd be a lot better. I'm assuming we've had some injuries. Let's take a look here. Clayton Kershaw, shoulder strain, 1 to 6 days. He's hurt right now, and Wander Franco's out for 2 to 3 weeks still. And Michael Bush, I mean, he's not in the majors, it doesn't matter. So a couple injuries, but I don't know, I thought we'd have been a little bit better, to be honest. But taking a look at the standings, let's take a look and see how we're doing. So the standings, I mean, 59-32, which I think still is the best record in the MLB. Yeah, it is. But I don't know. I thought it would have been a little bit better. I thought we would have had like 60-something wins, 70-something wins, but it's fine, though. I mean, I'll take it as long as we're playing really well. That's all that matters to me. So let's just take a look at the lineups and see the stats, see how everybody's doing. So Trey Turner is doing okay. I thought it would have been a little bit better, but that average a little bit higher. AJ Pollock is doing pretty decent. Mookie Betts, not doing too bad. Will Smith is one of the best hitting catchers in this game, so that's awesome to see. Machado's having a nice season. Muncy's doing great. Chris Taylor's on fire, which is good to see. Corey Seager's hitting the ball really well. That's good. And we got Edwin Rios, who I guess is on the team, and then there's the bench there. So, okay, I mean, it's not too bad. Let's take a look at the rotation, see how everybody's doing. So, Bueller's doing pretty well. Urias, Scherzer, Danny Duffy's meh, and then Chris Paddock is starting, and he's doing pretty good. So, Kershaw is still hurt, but he's about to be healthy, and he's pitching pretty well this season. And then, the bullpen, just looking at it, it's actually really good. So, the pitching is great. I'd say, for the most part, it's really good. So, besides Danny Duffy. So, maybe if we can get another starter, that'd be nice. If I can try to get another starting pitcher, I wouldn't be too mad about that. But let's see if there's another trade or two we could potentially make here to make this team better. Again, it's going to be kind of hard considering we are way over budget. But let's see if there's any moves out there we could potentially make. Okay, well, not getting another pitcher. But I guess maybe we'll call up... I mean, we have a lot of pitchers. We have Dustin May, who's not even in the MLB. I don't know why he's not. But if I trade away Danny Duffy, David Price, and Jacob Amaya, I can get Mike Trout. It's really broken that I can always trade for Mike Trout, and we did it last time, and I'm going to do it again. Because why not? We have Mike Trout. It's Mike Trout. Obviously, I'm going to trade for him. So now this outfield's looking ridiculous. So now Chris Taylor becomes like a DH and like a utility guy. Yeah, it's dumb. Like this, the fact that I could just trade for Mike Trout like that is really dumb, and it should be fixed, and I shouldn't be allowed to do it. But it's not my problem. So yeah, I'm not gonna make any more moves. I think we'll just keep the team the way it is. Maybe we'll call up another pitcher, yeah, hopefully we can have a good season. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year, and then we'll get on to the stats, and hopefully we can win in the postseason. Guys, so we ended the season with a 115-47 record, so we had an amazing second half of the year. I think what were we, 59-32? So we only lost 15 games the rest of the way. So we were incredible in that second half of the year. We're taking on the winner of the wild card playoff game. I do want to stop simulating, so please, MLB, don't do anything to me. So we're going to be either taking on Philly or San Francisco. But let's take a look at the standings just to double check here. So yeah, 115-47, definitely the best record in the MLB, and the AL was not even that good. I don't think the best team in the AL won 93 games. So the AL was kind of weak. The NL, though, we had 3 100-game winners, and the other one being the Giants in our division, and I mean the Braves. All right, so that's interesting. Kind of curious just to see some of the awards, if we got anybody on our team. So Max Scherzer got the Cy Young, and then Walker Buehler got a Gold Glove. So that's cool. I guess Acuna won the MVP in the NL, and the AL was Vladdy Guerrero Jr., so good to see from them. And I guess the Cy Young, Verlander for the Astros. Okay, well, let's just take a look at the lineups here before we get on to simulating. So it doesn't look like, let's see if we have any injuries, because I'm kind of curious to see who's injured. Nobody. So this is fantastic. All right, so everyone's healthy this time. Thank goodness. Let's take a look at the lineup. So Trey Turner did his thing. Pretty decent season. Mookie Betts, not too bad from him. Trout was amazing. Will Smith, excellent. AJ Pollock was really good. Manny Machado was good, very good. Muncy kind of cooled down a bit. Corey Seager was solid, very solid, and Chris Taylor didn't doing his thing. Yeah, I mean, this team is ridiculous. I mean, even we have Wander Franco coming off the bench. He's not even a full-time starter, and the dude's playing well. Let's take a look at the pitching rotation. Buehler was excellent. Urias had a good year. Clayton Kershaw was great. Scherzer was great. Chris Paddock. So it doesn't look like we ended up bringing up Dustin May, but that's fine. I mean, we were still really solid. The bullpen, just looking at that, looks like it was pretty good. Blake Trinan was not very good, though. So he's probably the one guy that wasn't very good. So maybe he can kind of just chill out and not really pitch too much in the postseason. So let's see who we're taking on in the postseason. It's gonna be the Giants in the NLDS. So let's see. Game one. Game one, we win. Nice. We win 4-2. Can we win game two? We win game two 7-0. Game three, we win. So it's a nice little sweep. We're going on to the NLCS. We're going to take on either the Braves or the Brewers in the NLCS. Let's see who it's going to end up being. It's going to be the Milwaukee Brewers. So game one against the Brewers, we win 5-1. Game two, we win 7-6. Can we win game three? We lose 2-1. Game four, we lose 2-0. We win 7-0 in game five. Game 6, crucial, got Kershaw on the bump, and we win, and we're going to take on the Astros in the World Series. Oh, goodness me. All right, so Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series. Can we get the dub here? Game 1, we win 6-5. Game 2, we lose 8-7, okay? Can we win game 3? We win game 3. We're up 2-1. We go up 3-1. Can we win the World Series? We do. We got a World Series with the Dodgers, so that is awesome to see. And, well, I guess now it's on to the NBA to see if we can win an NBA championship, as we got the dub, which was pretty cool. I guess we'll just take a quick look at the playoff stats here. You guys want to take a look and see, for the most part, pretty solid from the squad. And, yeah, great stuff there. Kershaw wasn't that great in the postseason. Yeah, realistic, right? Right, MLB? Right, San Diego Studios? All right, so we got the job done in the MLB. Now it's on to the NBA. So we're going to go up to NBA 2K22 and try out with the Lakers. All right, guys, so we're loaded into NBA 2K22. Now, I don't remember when I made this video if I did injury-free roster or not. So, yeah. Probably I did or didn't. I don't really remember. But either way, it's not a big deal. So we got LeBron James. Injuries are on and trade stuff is on, so people could still get hurt. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Kendrick Nunn, DeAndre Jordan, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Malik Monk, Trevor Ariza, Mason Jones, Kent Bazemore, Avery Bradley, Wayne Ellington, Austin Reeves, Jay Huff. That is the squad. However, really would obviously I'm keeping LeBron. But maybe AD, if their deal is right, if I get like a guy that's better than AD, sure. Definitely want to move Westbrook, but I want to move a few of these guys because I think we can make this team better. I know we have a power ranking number 1, but I don't see that happening. So let's see this potential trade we can make, see if we can get some really better players beside that we can fit around like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So I'm just going to see what's out there. Let's see what's out there for AD as well. But, yeah, let me see if there's a couple moves we can make to make this team better, and I'll get back with you guys. All right, I'm going to do this deal with the Phoenix Suns. We're going to give up Westbrook, Ariza, and a first-round pick. We get back Chris Paul and Cameron Payne. So Chris Paul gets to play with his buddy LeBron in L.A., and we also get Cameron Payne as a nice backup, although we might look to end up moving him. Fortunately, we're kind of like cap-struck, so... of course, with the recent trade deadline thing, I can't make any other moves. So we're kind of just have to hold out with Avery Bradley being our starting shooting guard right now. Unless I could sign somebody in free agency, which I don't know if I'll be able to. So I think I'll just wait till like we can do some more trades, and then we'll try to get a better shooting guard. So right now we're going to go with Chris Paul, Avery Bradley, Taylor Horton-Tucker, LeBron James, Anthony Davis as our starting 5. And then we got Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Kendrick Nunn, DeAndre Jordan getting minutes off of the bench. Definitely, like I said, want to end up getting like a better shooting guard for Avery Bradley. So, but for now, I think this team could be pretty solid. Let's take a look at the system proficiency. So let's see what we got going on over here. So 4.5 grit and grind. That is our best. So we're gonna stick with grit and grind. And yeah, I guess we're just gonna simulate to the deadline. I'll show you guys stats, but if there's any moves that we want to make, like a trade or before then, which I can probably make around December 15th, you will see me making said trade. But for now, I'm just going to simulate to the deadline. And if I don't make a trade, I'll see you guys once I'm there. And we'll definitely make a move once we get there. All right, guys, we got off to an amazing start. We kind of cooled down a bit, but because of that amazing start, though, we're still sitting at the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. 4 games behind the Grizzlies. We're sitting at 34-22, so we're playing pretty well. Let's take a look at the stats here and see how the team is doing. So LeBron James averaging 24.3 points, 7.5 yards, 7.3 assists on almost 53% from the field, nearly 36 from 3, and 80.5 from the line. So he's actually shooting really well. He's playing really well. AD's also having a really nice season. He's been healthy and playing solid. Chris Paul, I just realized Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony on the same team too. Wow, so almost a banana boat if only D-Wade didn't retire. Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, look at that, solid production from both of them for the most part, and I love to see that. Taylor Horton-Tucker's doing pretty well too. Kendrick Nunn's doing decent off of the bench as well. Actually, Carmelo Anthony's heated. Why is he heated? Because he wants to start that way? Well, tough shit. Dwight Howard, Cameron Payne, Avery Bradley. I do want to get another shooting guard, so, wow, Malik Monk's barely played this season. Damn. Okay. I didn't want to view advanced stats. So, yeah, we're going to have to get a shooting guard for sure. Like, a better shooting guard than what we have currently right now. So, like, if I look at the coach game plan, we haven't had any injuries either, which is solid. Hopefully we don't have any injuries. So let's see if there's any potential trade things we can do out there, any moves. So let's see if I can make a couple moves to try to get a shooting guard. All right, not a huge upgrade here, but I guess Cameron Payne, Kent Bazemore, and a second-round pick for Terrence Davis and Mo Harkless. I guess Terrence Davis could be a slightly better shooting guard than what Avery Bradley is. Avery Bradley's he's doing okay, but I'd rather have him come off the bench, I guess. I like this trade better with the Warriors. So we're actually gonna get Gary Payton II and Juan Toscano for DeAndre Jordan and Malik Monk, who they're not really playing. So we're gonna do this trade with the Warriors. So thank you. Okay, so looking at the rotation here, so we're gonna have Chris Paul, Gary Payton II, Taylor Horton-Tucker, LeBron James, Anthony Davis is my starting five, with Dwight Howard, Kendrick Nunn, Carmelo Anthony, and Terrence Davis getting minutes off the bench. And then we got Toscano, Bradley, Ellington, Harkless, Reeves. So let's just take a look at the roster here. So we have 3 point guards. 5 shooting guards, a lot of shooting guards, 2 small forwards, 3 power forwards, 3 centers. So I'm just going to go into free agency, get up, see if I can get another small forward, just because I think a lot of those shooting guards, the other shooting guards we have aren't even in the pros. So let's see if there's any decent free agents out there that we could potentially pick up for the rest of the season. James Ennis, just another guy to have on the team to fill out the rest of the roster. So I think we're pretty much set. So hopefully we can just stay healthy and possibly win a championship. I mean, that's the goal, is to win a championship. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Jokic wins the MVP. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year, Thaddeus Young. Defense Player of the Year, Most Improved, Tyrese Maxey. Coach of the Year goes to Taylor Jenkins. And Executive goes to Dylan Shaw. So we ended up with not a great second half of the season. We ended up with the 5th seed. So we still made the playoffs. LeBron James did All-NBA first team, though. He had a nice season, 24.5 points. 7.3 rebounds, 7.4 assists. And shot the ball pretty well. So good stuff from him. He actually had a career high in free throw percentage, I think. He did. So good stuff from LeBron. And also did not have a lot of turnovers. In fact, career low in turnovers. Impressive, LeBron. Impressive. Probably because he played with Chris Paul. And that helped out a lot. And AD, All-NBA 13 for him. 22.3 points, 12 rebounds, 3.5 assists. And played some stellar defense as well. So good stuff from AD. And talking about that stellar defense, all defensive first team. And then Chris Paul, all defense second, but he sprained his left knee. So that's kind of annoying. So we're going to be out. He's going to be out 1 to 2 weeks. So hopefully he won't be out for too much of the playoff games. But we will end up having to see how that works out for him. So we're taking on the Utah Jazz. And before we do that, though, let's take a look at these stats, see how the team's looking. So Chris Paul looks like he's the only one that's hurt right now. We had 6 guys averaging double figures. Carmelo Anthony is pissed for whatever reason. Gary Payton's hurt, but he should be okay by the time the playoffs come around. So for the most part, we're going in pretty healthy, which is good to see. Like I said, just Chris Paul is the only guy that we're going to be without for possibly couple games against the Jazz. But we'll see. So let's take a quick sim to the play-in. So let's just see if everybody is going to be playing. So Chris Paul is still hurt. So he's going to be out, I guess, another 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, that's fine. So I don't know. Hopefully we can get him back in this series later on. But yeah, we just have to advance though. So game 1 against the Jazz, how are we going to fare? Game 1, we lose by 9 points. Okay. Can we win game 2? Yes, we do. It's 1-1, so the series is tied 1-1. Can we go up 2-1? No, we're down 2-1 as we lose to the Jazz. Game 4, we need to win, and we do. We force a game 5. Well, Obviously, we'd force Game 5. But we don't go down 3-1. So it's 2-2. Best of 3 now. Can we win Game 5? It's a big win. And we do win Game 5. Can we win Game 6? It's 2K. So obviously, I'm not going to. We're going to a Game 7 in the first round. We do have everyone healthy. Chris Paul's playing hurt. But at least he's here. And, yeah, we're going to a decisive Game 7 against the Utah Jazz. So we're going to sim with Simcast here. Let's see how we fare. We are the away team in this game. So quarter 1, we won quarter 1. Decent second quarter. We need to have a good third quarter. It's back and forth. Decent third. It's still back and forth. We have to have a good fourth quarter. Great fourth quarter. And we end up advancing to the second round of the playoffs. And who we can take on? We're taking on the Portland Trailblazers, who upset the number 1 seeded Grizzlies. So that is interesting in itself. So now we're taking on Portland. We win Game 1. Can we win Game 2? They win Game 2. We go up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? No, it's 2-2. Game 5, we need to win, and we do. Are we going to win Game 6? Of course not. It's 2K. Come on, guys. You know the drill. You know the drill. Everybody is... We do have an injury to Gary Payton, so that's a little annoying. But Terrence... Avery Bradley's taking his spot. Terrence Davis coming off the bench. Okay. Let's just see what he has. I'm kind of curious. So if we take a look at the roster, what is he injured with? Is he out for the season? Left knee tendonitis. He's going to be out for extended period of time. All right. Winner takes on the Pelicans, I think. So let's see. We need to have a good first quarter, which we don't. Bad first quarter. Bad second quarter, and we're getting blown out. All right. Well, looks like we're a second-round exit, ladies and gentlemen, with the Los Angeles Lakers, as we lose in 7, couldn't make it to the conference finals. And the Pelicans, of course, win the finals. Zion Williamson, finals MVP. Curious to see the playoff stats just really quickly before we head on into the NFL, aka Madden, for the Rams. So let's just take a look here at the stats. Can I find them? No. How'd we do in the playoffs? LeBron was good. ED did his thing. Avery Bradley was actually pretty solid when he played. In one game he played. Chris Paul could have done a little bit better. Carmelo didn't really play that much. So yeah, I don't know. Pretty solid stuff for the most part. But unfortunately couldn't get to the Western Conference Finals and make a run for the finals. We lose in 7 to the Trailblazers. So, all right, guys, on to the NFL, aka Madden 22. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're here with Madden. It's a pain in the butt trying to load up this game. It thinks I want to do a fantasy draft. I don't want to do a fantasy draft. Come on now, game. All right, but either way, we're using the Rams. So let's just take a look at the roster real quick just to see what we got. So here's what we're dealing with here. So we got Jalen Ramsey, got Aaron Donald, we got Von Miller, Cooper Kupp, Andrew Whitworth, Robert Woods, Odell Beckham Jr. is on the team. We got Johnny Hecker, Tyler Higbee, Robert Havenstein, Sebastian Joseph Day, Darius Williams, Matthew Stafford's our QB. We got some talent on this team. Let's just put that out there. The Rams, we should be pretty good. I would think we could be a pretty solid team. Now, I'm sure there's a couple moves we want to make. Let's take a look at the depth chart and actually team needs, really. Where are the team needs? The depth chart? I think it might be depth chart. No, it's not. It's not depth chart. It's team needs. Where the hell is team needs? I can't find it. Improved team. There we go. Improved team. Team needs. So, let's take a look here. We don't have a center. I'd like to get a center. We need a mid linebacker. So, I don't know. Maybe we can try to trade for one or sign one in free agency. I guess we'll trade for a center. Because, yeah, we don't have a center. And then mid linebacker, anybody out there that could be possibly signed. Reuben Foster wouldn't be awful. So, I guess we'll just give him a nice little contract here. Sign him to the active roster, and that should be good. So we get Reuben Foster to help us out there, and then I wouldn't mind getting another mid linebacker. So if there's anybody out there, which there isn't, so maybe we can try to trade for one too. So let's see if I can get a center on the squad, and let me make a trade. I traded 2 second-round picks and a third-round pick to the Cardinals for Rodney Hudson and Justin Pugh. Not really a good scheme of fit, but we do have a couple. I do think we make a little bit of improvement there at our center position and our left guard. Stepping down to left guard is solid. See if we can make one more move. Where I can't only make one trade, and I don't want to back out of the game because it's going to take forever to get back in. So I'll just make a move at the trade deadline and so we try to get like another player on the team, someone solid for our picks. And yeah, I think this team should be pretty solid. So I'll see you guys at the midseason, and hopefully we're going to be a Super Bowl contending team. So we are at the midseason point, and we're currently sitting at 6-1 in the game. 6-1. Our division's pretty solid though. I mean, we're 6-1. The Seahawks are 6-1, and the Cardinals are 5-2. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So I mean, team is but the team is doing good. We're 6-1. We're playing really well. So far so good. As long as we continue to play well in the second half of the year and the rest of the way, we could definitely be a playoff contending team and even a Super Bowl contending team. That is the goal, is to win a Super Bowl. So, how's the team playing? Let's take a look here and take a look at the... oh, God, my head's bleeding. Take a look at the stats. So, Matthew Stafford is actually playing pretty well. He's doing his thing out there. He's having a solid season. Rushing, Cam Akers, Sony Michel. They're doing pretty good. And the rushing's not too much going on there. Odell Beckham is right now my leading receiver. So that's nice to see in terms of reception yards. Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, they're playing pretty well. Tyler Higbee. And then Akers, Jefferson. So it's not too bad. The blocking on the O-line is pretty solid. So you love to see that. Not a lot of sacks there. And then in terms of defense, who's leading the team in sacks? Obviously, that's going to be Von Miller. 9 sacks a game right now. Although Aaron Donald's 7.5 sacks. I mean, actually, if anything, it'd be obvious that he'd be leading the team in sacks. Leonard Floyd with 7. So the defense is bread and butter. And we got Reuben Foster with 2 interceptions. Not a lot of interceptions for everybody here. So is Jalen Ramsey hurt? Or is he just... What's going on, Jalen? What is going on, buddy? All right, he's not hurt. I thought he was hurt. Okay. Oh, I wanted to see kicking, punting. Just look at that. Matt Gay, 5-6. Johnny Hecker. And we got Robert Woods, kick return leader, and then Robert Woods, punt return for special teams. So that's good. All right, so let's just take a look at how we are. Top 10 offense in terms of offensive yards. So that's pretty solid. In terms of defense, where are we sitting? In the top 10. So pretty good to see both top 10 offense and defense, although I think we were like 8th or 7th in defense. So that's solid. But I do want to see there's a couple other, like another move we can make with our future 3rd round pick. Just see if we can get someone decent, see what we need. So I'm going to try to find a trade here, and I will get back to you guys once I make a trade. Third, fourth, and 5th round pick to the Steelers for Witherspoon and Sutton. So, Kello, Witherspoon, and Cam Sutton going to help us out with that cornerback spot, so it's going to improve our defense even more. So, love to see that. So, I think this team could be really good. We just got to continue to play really well, and hopefully we can all stay healthy and have a solid season. So, I'm going to simulate the rest of the year, and hopefully win the postseason, make the playoffs, and win the Super Bowl. That's the goal, is obviously win the Super Bowl. So, let me see you guys at the end of the year. We ended up making the playoffs 11-6. Our division, our conference division, the NFC West, man, was ridiculous. Everyone was basically 11 except for the 49ers. I don't know. Did everyone in our division make the playoffs? I'm not even sure, but no, because it would be impossible. But, wow. In theory, it should have been that way, but... yeah, incredible stuff from us and our conference. So, the best team, I think it said was it the Ravens? Were they the number 1 seed? No, it was the Browns. They were 14-3, the Browns. Okay. Okay, cool. So, hey, we got to the playoffs. We're taking on the Seahawks, though. It could be a tough matchup. Again, looking at the rosters, I would say we're better, but, knowing EA, the game... I may not think that. It's got to simulate it. But before we do that, though, let's take a look at the stats because I'm kind of curious to see what is going on in terms of how the team did. So Stafford had a nice season, I will say. He was pretty good. Solid year from Stafford, so not too bad. Rushing. Cam Akers had a nice year. Sony Michel was pretty good as well as the secondary back. So yeah, solid there. Beckham and Woods, both of them had over 1,000 receiving yards, 14 TDs too for Robert Woods. So he had a nice season. Cooper Kupp was solid. Same with Tyler Higbee. He was pretty good. So receiving, the offense was good. I have to say, the blocking for the most part was pretty solid. And then the defense, Fuller led my team in tackles with 97. Tackles for loss, 20 for Von Miller. So he ended up with 14 sacks. Leonard Floyd, 13 sacks, 12.5 sacks for Aaron Donald. So that's like a three-headed monster right there if I've ever seen one on the defensive end. I'm sure not a lot of teams would like to see that. Interceptions, Darius Williams, my leading interception getter. Then Reuben Foster, Von Miller, Greg Gaines, Ernest Jones, Tara Burgess, and then Akeelah Witherspoon, who we traded at the deadline for, and then Robert Rochelle. So pretty good there. Let's take a look at the kicking. Matt Gay, 10 to 13. Then Johnny Hecker, punting, kick return, all that. Darrell Henderson Jr., Robert Woods. All right, so 10th offensive yards total, so not too bad there from us. So we were pretty solid on offense. In terms of our passing, just kind of curious where we ranked there. It looked like we were kind of in the middle of the pack, just about top half. And our rush was near the top, so that's solid. Defensively, 6th in the league, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we were good. Top 10 offense and 6th in defense. So solid stuff from us. I didn't want to see weekly rewards. Let's look at the yearly award. Just see won the MVP, Coach of the Year. So Aaron Rodgers, MVP, and then Coach of the Year went to Matt Rule with the Panthers. So this is where the money happens, right? We're in the wild card playoff. All right. We're taking on, where are we? Well, Green Bay's in the bottom right, taking on Dallas. We are in the top right, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. I almost said the Supersonics by accident. That would have been really funny if I did that. So, can we win against the Seahawks, or is our season going to end? Well, let's find out. Let's advance. We lose to a team that we should have beat. Very unfortunate. So, unfortunately, that's just how sometimes things work in the NFL. You get one game, and if it's not your best game, you basically screwed. So all that work, and we ended up losing 27-21 to the Seahawks. That's unfortunate. Really annoying, but let's just see who wins the Super Bowl. Well, it looks like the Super Bowl 56 was the Cowboys and the Browns ended up winning. Nick Chubb, Super Bowl MVP. And just looking at the awards. So Rodgers was the NFL MVP. Coach of the Year was Matt Rule. Then we had Offense player goes to Christian McCaffrey. Defense player goes to Khalil Mack. And then Rookie of the Year, Bears, Justin Fields. And then Nate Hobbs for the Raiders, Defense Rookie of the Year, cornerback. So, couldn't get the job done in Madden. We've got one more sport, though, and that is going to be the NHL 22. We got hockey, and we're going to do the Kings. So, hopefully, we'll have a little bit more better luck in NHL. So, let me see you guys when I get to the gameplay. All right, so we are in NHL 22. Final sport of the video. So, let's take a look at the roster before we do any moves here. So, we got Kopitar, Doty, Denal, Arvidsson, Kemp, I follow Edler, Brown, Athanasu, Velarde. I mean, you guys can see. I mean, I'm not going to go through, like, every single person's name. But, coughing like a madman right now. There's some guys that we're going to look to move. A couple guys we want to keep. Again, we're trying to win the Stanley Cup in one season. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to accomplish that. But we're going to try. We're going to really try. So, let's just take a look at what we have right now currently. See what we need. So, our first line is okay. I mean, again, I'd like to get better wingers and move these guys down like a line. The second line's okay. The third's not too bad, but it could be better. Same with the fourth. But yeah, so we might want to get a couple wingers, and if we can maybe get a better left defenseman, that would be nice. Just like a stud left defenseman would be cool. The right defense is okay. Drew Doty's pretty solid, and he's missing two teeth, which is fine. 2 or 3, I don't know, I can't count. But let's take a look at our goalies. Didn't show you guys those. So didn't want to view lines. I said to go down, EA. down. All right, thank you. Goalies, thank you. So we got Peterson and we got Quick. We got Jonathan Quick, man. What a guy. What a guy. All right, so a couple moves we want to make. Obviously, we're going to trade our picks. So we're trying to look for forwards, and if we can get another left defenseman, that'd be great. So let's see if there's any trades out there that we can make. All right, first, second, third, fourth round pick, and Ferk to the Dallas Stars, and we traded for Robertson. So Jason Robertson's going to be on the squad, so we need another left winger. So he's going to be a pretty solid piece. For Jesse Puljujarvi and Yamamoto, Kaylor Yamamoto from the Edmonton Oilers, and we traded away Helgi Grands, Dudas, and a first-round pick to the Edmonton Oilers. Christian Wolanin, a second, third-round pick to the Philadelphia Flyers for Keith Yandel. So Keith Yandel is going to be a solid left defenseman for the team. So another quality player. And let's just, I think I'm going to pause on the trades for now. I think we're pretty much okay. I think we got a little bit better. We could always do another move or two as we get closer to like February, which I think I'll end up probably doing. But for now, I think the team is pretty solid. Whoops. I think in terms of chemistry, I think we should go Mikey Anderson here, and then that is okay. And then we'll just have Alexander Edler be the third line fence. So just for chemistry purposes, that way there's no one that's like negative. And yeah, I think the team's pretty solid, hopefully. But they'll only find us to simulate, so I'm just going to go to like February. If there's any moves that we see before then that I decide to do, then you'll see those on video. Otherwise, I'll just see you guys once I'm at the midway point of the season, or like in the middle of the season when there's like that month off, and we'll show you the stats and make moves going forward. Alright guys, so we're in February, and we got off to a terrible start. We're starting to pick it up as of late, but yeah, we're currently sitting at 22, 18, and 10, 54 points, 5th ranked in our conference or division, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, not the best, but maybe we could pick it up going forward. I mean, we're kind of right in the middle, so if we could just have a nice second half of the season, that'd be incredible. That'd be a dream come true if we could do that. But I do want to take a look at the team leaders. So Kopitar, 48 points, leading the team right now. We'll take a look at the team stats after, just like in general. So we got Keith Yandel, Philip Denault. I mean, there's a couple moves I think we can make. I do think we could still potentially get some more firepower on the offensive side of the ice, because I don't know. I kind of feel like there's some guys here that maybe just aren't a good fit, and we just need to score more. I mean, Kopitar's got the most goals and the most assists, and he's only at 48, so it seems like we don't really score that well. Hits, block shots, giveaways, takeaways, in case you guys want to see. Yeah, Kopitar's kind of carrying his team right now. I'm not going to lie. He is putting his team on his back. Seems like he is. So, the goalies. Cal Peterson's playing pretty solid. Jonathan Quick, when he's the starting goalie, he's not that good. I mean, he's 35. I'll give him his flowers. He's been good, but just this season, not too much. But yeah, in terms of our scoring, I mean, it's not awful. I mean, 2.82 goals against goals for per game. It's probably near the bottom, like half, but it's more like middle of the pack, I would think. Yeah, like bottom half of the middle. And then our goals against per game is probably like in the middle-ish. Yeah, like about in there. So we're really just like a middling team, and I kind of need to make like another couple trades here to potentially get us out of that middling area. So let's see if there's any moves we can make right now. All right, I traded for Andrew Kopp on the Winnipeg Jets, and I traded away Kaylor Yamamoto and a first-round pick. Okay, I traded away Dustin Brown and Trevor Moore for Victor Olofsson and Will Butcher from the Sabres, and a couple picks as well. Okay, last trade I made with the Canucks, JT Miller, Nils Hoglander, are coming over for 2 first-round picks, Södergren and Madden, Tyler Madden. So Johan Södergren and Tyler Madden never going to play in the NHL in this video. So we made a bunch of trades. Now, I don't know if this team's going to be good or not. We're making a run for it. So this could be the squad, the lines. So we're just going to do head coach preferred lines. So chemistry isn't looking the best, but maybe it'll improve as we play. In our defense, I think we personally got a talent upgrade, but does that mean we're better? Is it a better fit? Well, I guess we're just going to have to find out. But I made all the moves I wanted to make, so I'll see you guys at the end of the year. All right, guys, so we literally just snuck into the playoffs. We had to win our last game of the season, and we did. So we beat the Canucks. So we are taking on the Blackhawks in the first round of the playoffs. But before we do that, let's take a look at the stats. So, I mean, it got us to the playoffs. The trades we made got us to the playoffs. 40, 31, 11. Not great whatsoever. Probably going to lose in the first round, but you never know. So hopefully we can. Maybe we can surprise some people. We just got in, though. Huge win for us. We really needed that. But let's take a look at the entire league, see where we stood. So the Blackhawks have the best team. Of course they do. Now, if this was me that had the best team, we'd lose in the first round. So maybe if the CPU wants to lose, that'd be great. But knowing the game, probably not. So where were we in terms of our goals for per game? We were near the bottom, and then our goals against was probably in the middle, and it was. So yeah, we really didn't do that great, but at least we were good enough to make the playoffs. So, and Kopitar, 25 goals, 40 assists. Olofsson at 26 goals. JT Miller with 23, 28 for Robertson. So, I mean, we got very lucky to be able to make the playoffs. As you guys can see, the scoring there, the offense. And let's take a look at the hits, block shots, giveaways, takeaways. So, solid stuff here from the team. As we did our best there. I mean, god dang, we middle of the pack defensively and then not the best offensively. So we kind of struggled a little bit. But again, we were able to make the playoffs, so I can't be mad. So far, so good. And then Peterson, not too bad of a season. And John the Quick, it wasn't that great. But you know what? He's 36 years old, so can't expect too much from him. So, yeah, let's take a look at that playoff tree before we get on into the gameplay or the simulation. So we were in the left side of the screen, taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. So let's see if we can beat them. It'd be a miracle if we could. I'd love to see if we can beat them. We will see. So game 1 against Blackhawks. How are we going to fare against them? Let's simulate. Game 1. Game 1 we lose 2-1. Okay. Game 2. Sim to this day. We lose game 2. So we're down 2-0. We're going to go down 3-0. You bet your ass we are. Get shut out, and we're going to get swept, right? No, we didn't get swept. Shut out. Okay. All right, game 5. Can we win game 5? No, lose an OT. Now, if I was the Blackhawks and we were playing the Kings, you know it would have been the opposite. I would have lost 4-1, but because, you know, it's just how the game, it's just how it works. So, yeah, we got to the playoffs with every single team. Fortunately, couldn't get the job done. Just curious to see how we did in the playoffs. Who did good? We struggled. I will say we struggled in the playoffs. We were terrible. Yeah. Not very good whatsoever, but that's okay. As we lost in 5. I mean, a couple close games, but we just could not score to save our life. So, let's just see who ends up winning the Stanley Cup. Go quickly through some of the awards, and then we'll close up the video. Well, the Anaheim Ducks ended up winning the Stanley Cup, so good for them. Let's take a look at the awards very quickly before we head on out for the day, or at least for the video. So, let's take a look at the awards. Don't think we'll have any awards. Just double check. Brad Marchand's got a lot of awards. Yep, no Kings. All right, cool. All right, let's close up the video, guys. All right, y'all, well, hopefully enjoyed the LA edition of the Big Four Sports Rebuild. So to recap, the Dodgers won the World Series. The Lakers, we got eliminated in the second round in 7 games. The Rams, we went 11-6 and lost in the divisional playoff round by 6 points. And then with the Kings, we lost got gentlemen swept, lost in 5 in the first round to the Blackhawks. But of course, there's other LA teams. If you want to see me do a part 2 of the LA edition, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe. If there's other cities you want to see me try, let me know down in the comments below as well. And not only that, if there are any other video ideas, please leave them down in the comments below. It could be anything. So let me know in the chat. Or not chat, comments. I keep mixing up Twitch and YouTube. Alright, either way, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day night. See you soon. Take care and peace.